Here lies the martyrs of the 1976 generation, Tsietsi, Mashinini and Khotso, Seatlholo. The two were the organizers of the Soweto Student Uprising. They died fighting for a decent education for a black child. But their families say education for a black child is worse today than it was 46 years ago.
I think in terms of education, we have not really realized what we wanted to, what we hoped to achieve at June 16, except that English is a medium of instruction, that's fine. But if you look at the standard of education now, you look at the pass mark, you look at the stating of schools, you look at the behavior and of teachers and principals, you look at the schools in Soweto or in townships in general, they are not operating the way they were operating those times.
Tsietsi, Mashinini and Khotso Seatlholo were aligned to the Black Consciousness movement, which later evolved into Azapo. And with a glaring poor standard of education, their contemporaries believe their efforts have been betrayed.
There is no doubt that they have been shortchanged. There is no doubt that their commitment and their sacrifices, as things stand right now, have been betrayed. There is no doubt that they themselves must be saying they feel like they have died in vain. There is no statue for them. Tsietsi and Khotso, no statue anywhere.
And young people are implored to refrain from lamentations and follow in the footsteps of the 1976 generation by liberating themselves from the shackles of poverty.
Our message is that they must stand up. Our message is that young people must organize themselves. And our message is that young people must know that old people have failed them. And they must just pick this spear from the generation of 1976, those who had a courage to go forward and the courage to fight for what they believe rightfully belonged to them. Now today, South Africa is the most unequal society, and the rate of unemployment, in particular amongst youth, is more than 65%. And this is what we're talking about yesterday in Parliament. Youth is not working, and they must stand up, fight for themselves, and take this country forward.
The joint commemoration of the Youth Day by the PAC and Azapo followed a joint declaration that the two left-wing parties signed earlier this year to work together and have joint commemorative events. Ntebo Mokobo for SABC in Soweto.